Assalamualaikum and hi all. Today we are going to discuss about the theme and issue that have in Soraya story. Before we start, we are going to introduce ourselves again. Hi again, my name is Fathiah binti Zuhaizat and my magic number is 4602. Here are my group members. They will introduce themselves as well. Let's start with Hanani first.
Hi, my name is Aiman, Hanani binti Ramli, and my magic number is J46300.
Hi, my name is Muhamad Iqmar bin Zamri. My magic number is J46198.
Hi, my name is Bibi Marliyana binti Mahsin and my magic number is J46223.
Thank you all. Theme described as the central idea that a piece of writing explores. Soraya's story by Winnie Elbaz has a lot of theme and issue that we can learn. One of the themes that have in Soraya's story is about never lose hope. In Soraya's story, Angela never lose hope to fight for her daughter. For example, when Angela looking through a Puerto Rico's government office that would help her cover Soraya's flight, the staff on an agency that meant to help families in the situation could not help her because she didn't have a doctor referrals. However, Angela never lose hope on her Soraya. So for this situation, actually it feels so close to me. As a person and daughter who diagnosed by hepatitis since a kid, I really feel how my parents become like Angela. My parents never lose hope on me until today, and they will sacrifice their time, money, and everything in order to see I'm healthy, even though I will carry this pain until I die. So when I know word of my parents never lose hope on me, I can give up on myself either. Another thing that has on Soraya's story is be kind to others. Kindness is one of something that you're doing towards yourself and others to make a positive thing. On Soraya's story, Pastor wife offered a room for Angela and Soraya at Philadelphia in order to get Soraya receive a better care in a good hospital. It is sure there are people who carry unkind out there even they didn't know each other. So for this situation, there are people who still kind to me even they didn't know me. And because of that, people start encourage me and maybe others too to repeat the good deeds they experienced by themselves. And this kind behavior prove us about kindness and humanity. So what theme and story you want to share with us, Hanani?
Okay, so thank you, Fathiah. For the theme of Soraya's story, we will examine 5 reasons that explain the importance of the theme of family. If 5 sound like a stretch, then you might be pleasantly surprised as this post goes along. Remember, no two books examine one theme in the same way, which means the reason for why a theme is so significant are just numerous and complex. Number 1, it can remind us of the importance of both families. Number 2, it can address broken families and show how people endure or overcome such circumstances. Number 3, it opens our eyes to different types of family. Number 4, it can teach us how the concept of family differs across time and culture and which aspects of family are universal. And the last one, it can highlight a family ability to come together during difficult times. So the conclusion is there is nothing more valuable and adorable appreciate than a mother's sacrifice. It is simply superb. Whoever has received the mother's love and care know the real value of her sacrifice makes. It differs for people. There are no words to explain. Mother sacrificed her life for children. She accepts children's mistake and is the one who can understand children well. Mother also sacrificed her food, time, and happiness for children and seldom complains for the bad time she undergoes. From my experience, I can tell that my mother has sacrificed a lot of things to my family, especially to me. This is because when I was a baby, I have been diagnosed with a disease that required me to have frequent visits to hospital. This has caused my mother to sacrifice her energy, and time in order to make sure I attend all the appointments made by the doctor. The disease indeed has lessened from time to time, even though I still have it until now. I would like to dedicate million thanks to my mother for all of the sacrifice made by her in order to ensure that I will stay healthy and active until today. So how about you, Iqmar?
Thank you, Hanani. Uh, I think the theme of the story is the sacrifice of parents need to be appreciated by children. Personally, there is no denying that love from parents is very important in the mental psychology of children. In order to become a useful human being to society, religion, and nation. For parents, their children are everything and they will do anything to put a smile on their face. Instead of buying themselves new and better things, parents put their children first and make sure that they are happy and content. Being a parent in itself is like a full-time job. So when a baby is born, keeping hobbies alive becomes next to impossible. Taking care of children, spending quality time with them, teaching them, keeping an eye on them. Next, the intimacy of family relationships needs to be maintained so that love can be absorbed in a child. I am so thankful to have a close family relationship with my family. In terms of my experience, my parents raised me very well from a young age to adulthood. So how about you, Bibi Marliyana?
Thank you, Iqmar. So based on the story of Soraya, the thing that I've got here, I have two. The first one is I can conclude that from the story is about a mother's love for her child. The second one is the natural state of motherhood is unselfishness. So for the first one, just now, we know that the love of the mothers for her child is like nothing else in the world. It knows no law, no pity, and it seems like there's all things and crushes down remorselessly all that stands in its path. So in this story also, what can I conclude about Soraya's is about a mother's love, which is, I think, something that no one can explain. It is made of deep devotion and of sacrifice and pain. It is also endless and unselfish and enduring calm. What may for nothing, what we can see that nothing can destroy it or take that love away. From this story also, I think it is Soraya, very patient mother and always forgiving when all others are forsaking. And it never fails or falters even though the heart is breaking. It believes beyond believing when the world around condemns, and it glows with all the beauty of the rarest, brightest gems. It is far beyond defining. It defies all explanation. And this story also still remains a secret. Life, the mysteries of creation, and many more splendid miracles. So what can I relate about a mother's love based on this story with my own story? I think there are a lot of sacrifices that me as a mother and also our mother and also my mother when raising us as our children. I saw this when I was growing up, watching all what my mother did for me. But it wasn't until recently that I fully understood the price she paid because how we had to struggle until today. That's all for me. Thank you.
So as a conclusion, theme is a part of the reason why the author wrote the story. In the story, the author has a message that she wants to share with readers, and she used her story as a way to get the message across. So actually, there's a lot of things that we can learn on the story. So take the lesson in the story and practice it on our life so that we can become a better person every day. So that's all for today. Thank you to Madam Nurin Albiani for your guide. See you guys on next video. Assalamualaikum and good evening.